Low carbs, high fat, it flips the traditional food pyramid upside down. Some call it a fat-burning miracle.
It's almost hard to believe when you rattle off the laundry list of benefits of the ketogenic diet. You know, for a lot of people, they're like, well, how is this? It seems crazy. I mean, it seems like, it seems like everyone should be on it. And it seems crazy that so many benefits are attributable to this fat-based, fat-burning diet.
Ketogenic diet, which focuses on high-fat foods to help burn body fat. So again, high-fat foods, they say, will burn body fat. How's that possible? Well, superstar pro athlete Tim Tebow is back to break down the truth about this trendy diet and to show you his top keto secrets of success. I mean, this thing is everywhere. And with the fact that pro athletes like you who get paid to manage your body, have advisors giving you insights, is in love with the diet means a lot to me. So what has it done for you?
Oh, it's done so much. To be honest, I've been on this for over 7 years now.
Ooh.
And so I was kind of on it before the trend. And for me, it's not just about my body or staying lean or trying to be in shape. It's also about my brain. It's about waking up each day and fueling your brain so that you feel cognitively ready to go and ready to take on the day.
You lost 20 pounds after you had gained 20 pounds for a roll. Diet, you talked about eating high fats to stay away from the carbs, right?
Yes.
Which is a pretty interesting thing.
It's a new thing, though.
Yeah.
Vanessa gained 20 pounds for her role in the 2013 movie Give Me Shelter.
Went to find my mother and tried to stay with her for a while. Things got real bad and I had to go.
To lose weight, she stuck to a low-carb, high-fat diet. Vanessa enjoys eggs, bacon, half an avocado, and coffee for breakfast.
Others say it's a metabolic disaster.
In this video today, I want to make a confession. I want to admit some things to you, and I want to warn you against listening to anything else I have to say, because I'm going to admit today that the keto diet is the worst diet in the world.
Eating a ketogenic diet raises your cortisol long term, and why wouldn't it? It's perceived evolutionarily in our bodies as a stressful state. So I would urge you to consider that you are upregulating one of the most powerful stress hormones that has aging effects in human physiology when you are eating a ketogenic diet.
So what's the truth? Let's break it down. The ketogenic diet is everywhere, and it's not new. It was originally used in the 1920s to treat epileptic children.
Going back to the 1920s, all the published data from different doctors at different hospitals in different decades have shown remarkably similar outcomes. At least a 50% seizure reduction in over half the people with epilepsy who try a ketogenic diet, with 15 to 24% attaining seizure freedom. Project those numbers back to the 1920s when the diet was developed, and the amount of avoidable human tragedy is unfathomable.
Today, it's the go-to for fat loss, brain clarity, and even managing chronic disease. Here's how it works. You eat very, very low carb, usually under 50 grams a day. You eat moderate protein and even high fat. It puts your body into ketosis, a metabolic state where your body burns fat for fuel instead of carbohydrates. And the results? Let's talk benefits first. Number one, fat loss. With no carbohydrates to burn, your body switches to burning stored fat.
Why does keto work so well? There are 4 good reasons. One is that if you switch to keto, which means cutting out almost or pretty much all carbs, your junk food options become very reduced. And the way that most people get fatter and stay fatter is they eat a lot of junk. Let's go through a quick list of junk. Pizza, ice cream, cookies, cakes, candies, cheeseburgers, pastas, Chinese food, soda. Need I go on? Potato chips.
Number 2, appetite control. Fat and protein are more filling. Most people eat less without even trying.
Some people, not all, get an appetite lowering effect from reducing the carbohydrates and switching to a mostly protein and fat diet. That's not dependably true for most people, but some people have a really awesome response where after a few days of eating very few carbs, they're actually just not that hungry. Combine that lack of hunger with the fact that keto doesn't exactly offer the tastiest junk food choices, and you're just eating less food. And eating less food is absolutely the number one key ingredient to almost every fat loss diet that's ever successful.
Number 3, blood sugar stability. No carb spikes, no crashes, very helpful for people with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. Number 4, mental clarity. Some people report fewer brain fog days and way better focus. Number 5, improved triglycerides and HDL. Keto often improves certain blood markers related to heart health. And last but not least, number 6, epilepsy and neurological disorders. Keto is still used medically to manage seizures and is being studied for Parkinson's and Alzheimer's and much more.
Most people will experience tremendous reductions in anxiety within 3 days to 3 weeks of starting a ketogenic diet. In fact, we did a study where patients with bipolar disorder, major depression, or schizophrenia tried the ketogenic diet, and 43% achieved clinical remission from their chronic mental illness, and 64% of them left on less psychiatric medication.
But you need to be cautious. Keto isn't all butter and benefits. So let's talk about the cons. Number 1, keto flu. When you first cut carbs, you might feel like trash. You might have headaches, fatigue, nausea. That's just your body trying to adapt. Number 2, nutrient deficiencies. No fruits, grains, or even legumes mean fewer micronutrients unless you actually supplement or eat a wide variety of vegetables. Number 3, saturated fat intake. Some people see LDL cholesterol go up, especially if they overdo bacon and butter. Number 4, it could be a little socially restrictive. Eating out, holidays, travel, it makes it way harder. And lastly, long-term uncertainty. There's still debate around how healthy keto is over years, not months.
Wait a minute. If you're taking out all the fruits and starchy vegetables and things, you're taking out the healthiest foods. That could risk your health. And you're replacing them with the worst foods, meat, cheese, other things high in cholesterol and saturated fat, and that could spell a heart attack. That could spell cancer. So the low-carb people said, no, don't worry, you're going to lose so much weight, it'll improve your health overall. It couldn't possibly lead to a heart attack. Well, a number of studies have suggested that it actually will.
So who might the ketogenic diet work for? People with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance, neurological disorders, PCOS, those that have a ton of weight to lose, or just people that can't control carb cravings or carb addiction. In athletes, they sometimes use cyclical keto to lean out while preserving their strength.
But we've made some important discoveries too around athletes and how people interested in performing optimally can also benefit from a ketogenic diet. So we had an opportunity to study elite keto-adapted athletes and learn a bit more about what makes them tick.
So who should be careful? First and foremost, type 1 diabetics that are insulin dependent. Last thing they want to do is go into a diabetic ketoacidosis. Pregnant women, it's not ideal. High performance athletes, you might feel a little slower. People with thyroid or adrenal issues, talk to your doctor first. And if you have a history of disordered eating, keto might be way too restrictive. Okay, so you want to try it. Here's the game plan. Start by cutting carbs to around 20 to 50 grams per day. Get 70 to 75% of your calories from healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish. Keep your protein moderate. Too much protein can kick you out of ketosis. Make sure you hydrate and use electrolytes like sodium, magnesium, potassium, especially early on. Track your ketones if you want, but it's not required. A lot of times, if you're very active, you're gonna use those ketones up and they'll never come up on a keto strip. And don't just eat bacon and cheese. You need to prioritize your micronutrients and eat your greens. So the bottom line, keto works for fat loss, blood sugar control, brain clarity. It can be super powerful, but it's not magic and it's not easy. It takes planning, consistency, and usually supplements. Some people thrive, some people crash. So know your body, know your labs, and make sure it's a lifestyle, not just a trend. So coming up next, we're gonna be breaking down intermittent fasting. Does it actually help you live longer? Hit subscribe, drop a comment. Have you tried keto? Did it work? Let's talk about it.